You know, I've ridden all over the American West, and my favorite destination is hands down Sun Valley. I realize it's curious to say so these days because Sun Valley isn't on many must do or even top 10 lists. It's not jumpy, flowy bike park material, it doesn't have a ton of gnar or gaps. It's just classic high country single track, miles and miles and miles of it, where you're so far out there on your own, experiencing your life in an entirely different Henry David Thoreau kind of way. It just takes you into a different dimension. Now, unfortunately, two of this region's epic rides were taken away from us in 2015 when Congress voted them into new wilderness areas. I'm all for wilderness, although I favor re examining each area on a case by case basis for potential mountain bike access. But these two really hurt because they've been available and then taken away for pretty much political reasons. Most people think wilderness is a Democrat issue, but in this case, it was a Republican who marshaled through this new wilderness designation after IMBA and the Obama administration had set up a plan to award it national monument status, which would have preserved it from development but still allowed mountain biking. As I say, that one really hurt. The two epic rides that we lost were Castle Divide and Antz Basin. The former I've already posted a video on, and I'll link to it in the description below. But while I collected a lot of video on Antz Basin over the years, I never really posted it. But I was going through my archives for my series of retro PNW rides and stumbled across it, so here it is. Antz Basin features, or did before it was banned, stunning, otherworldly views with a variety of terrain from gorgeous, endless meadow trails to chunky exposed outcroppings, all capped off with the classic screaming Fisher Creek, Williams Creek downhill, possibly the fastest extended single track downhill anywhere. This is, or was, a high commitment, high reward route where you'd be advised to pack lots of water and provisions, including tools in case something unexpected happened. You'd access Antz Basin the same way you do Castle Divide from the 4th of July Creek trailhead. From the highway, you could ride up the long, steep, and just awful fire road to the trailhead, but the harrowing stories I've heard from my ride buddy, Jim Lyon, who actually did it, make it clear it's a brutal exercise in self-harm. Anyway, once you're on the 4th of July trail, you take a left at the Bourne Lakes Junction and then make a steep climb up to the ridge above Antz Basin. We took a long break here. We wanted to scorch these views into our frontal lobes permanently. Now, once we rode down into the basin, there was a bit of route finding. It's not totally really well maintained, but fortunately Jim remembered the correct route from a previous adventure where we'd had to double back 2 or 3 times to find the right way. Essentially, you stay on the Warm Springs Creek Trail until it hits Williams Creek, aka Fisher Creek, and that takes you back down to the highway where you can chill while your friend takes the shuttlers back up to the 4th of July to get their car. That shuttle is bad enough, but if you really want to spend some drive time, you can stay on the Warm Springs Creek Trail all the way north to Robinson Bar. That's an unbelievable ride, but it's a long day, and a lot of it spent on 4 wheels rather than 2. In any case, here's our 2013 ride in Antz Basin, and keep in mind, most of this has been taken away from us.
Hi. Yeah. 4 more going that way. Well, including him.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're a group here this for. You're a group, and that was at least 1 or 2.
Yeah, they came out of a big bus.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Am I on film?
Say hi to the camera.
Hi, camera.
Yeah, the internet will greet you. Whole day, every day. It's basically doing. Hey guys. You guys have any fish for dinner at all? What's your name?
Now you can still access Antz Basin, but by the time you get down in the basin itself, you're at a dead end, and the boundary at the White Clouds Wilderness, the new wilderness, will force you to turn back. Job.
Finally something rideable. Gotta fix my cleat.
High fun factor, that one. Where's the smile? High fun factor. He's nice. It's all about momentum. So anyway, here we go. More sketchy stuff. But I would recommend a little more aggressive tread than what I've got on here, which is the Maxxis Icon 29 tires. They're little teeny knobbies, and like the hook up okay, but this is pretty rough stuff. Kind of learn the ropes on that in terms of cornering and other more aggressive riding. Get on the sandy stuff and you really can rail. Because it is fun. It's loose, and you can pick your lines, but, and you know, I haven't ridden this for 5 years, so some of this, like the burn area here, that's new. Last time I rode it, no burn.
The kind of stay awake, technical, rocky, downhill, and then you get the cool meadow, and then you get to finish on Fisher.
You got a big biting fly there, huh?
It's huge.
Time to move. Time to move.
Get going.
We got to cross the whole meadow, all the way over to
that gap right there.
that
first
gap.
gap.
Okay.
That's where we start our little pond.
All right. never give up hope. It's still possible we can get mountain bikes back into the White Clouds Wilderness area, but it'll take a lot of pressure on Congress and support from the mountain biking community to do it. The way would be to revise the wilderness legislation to essentially allow mountain bikes. And as I said before, I'm in favor of looking at each wilderness area on a case-by-case basis, trail-by-trail basis for mountain bike access. In the meantime, check out the Sustainable Trails Coalition, which is doing the pioneering work in this area.
Oh, sorry, there's 3 more coming. I like sound effects, you can tell. Sound effects add something to the ride. Yeah, we're coming to the end. Well, that's it, boys and girls. Fisher Creek on the Mach 429 carbon from Pivot. I'd say it's a keeper because it go under that. Now that's one disadvantage, of course, the 29ers. They're a little higher in the saddle, but I'm willing to live with it. That's it. Till later from Bike Intelligencer, signing off.